Which grenade launcher can hold the most rounds? The Wither Hoarder.
Oh.
Transmat firing. Hey everyone, we are going to be this week, while we are in the process of we're going to IO, right?
Think so. Load faster. Asher, yeah.
We are going to be working on the exotic quest in the background for Traveler's Chosen. I already have it, but you know, she doesn't, so we're going to get it for her. So you start off by getting it from Zavala, getting the quest from Zavala. It's Exodus Evacuation is the name of it. So if you haven't done Exodus preparation, do that real quick, and then you can start on the other one. Anyways,
Step by step how to.
Last week at Bungie, we found out about it was the last week of Solstice of Heroes, blah blah blah. We also got a bunch of news about Stasis classes that we'll get into in the second half of this shindig. So anyways, in the TWAB, we got information about triumphs. So
is this a
few weeks ago we talked about like what things were going away into the content vault and what triumphs you needed to finish before then. I think we covered that. But they are reworking how triumphs are going to work. So their goal was to provide pursuits for all players, provide seasonal pursuits that match the season, provide destination pursuits that match a new destination, each new one, and make sure that everyone can show off their accomplishments, make all of the triumphs have a score instead of all the ones that are, you know, scoreless. And
Do you know which lost sector?
yeah, it's the one right across from Asher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And make sure it's clear what happens when content goes into the vault. So, they mentioned that the last time they talked about triumphs, they're talking about how there's a little bit of FOMO involved with it, with triumphs, especially the seasonal ones that go away, and that there's certain triumphs that only the most dedicated people hit and get the max score. But they also want to make sure that like anyone can get them, even if it's, you know, the freshest little blueberry kindergarten.
So they're gonna take out any content that only series players can get? That doesn't
No.
seem right.
They're
They should get something for being no-lifers.
the thing is that it's gonna be, you could be a no lifer, but there's not gonna be any requirements to have played 30 years of Destiny before then in order to get that. So things like getting the triumph of hitting, you know, what is it, season pass 200 or something? increasing your power bonus with the seasonal artifact, which you functionally have to get to 200 each season to finish. I think you can get like 2/3 of it by just getting the 100. I think it's like 50 to get the first third, 100 to get to the second third, and then 200 to get it all the way done.
Okay.
But I've only successfully done that once because most of these seasons have been kind of garbage, but also I don't have that amount of time to spend usually.
Oh, I spend even less time than you do, but I just feel like the people that do spend all that time should be able to get some things that we don't.
Yeah. So
As much as I appreciate being able to get most things.
Yeah. This is mostly just being like, you know, you don't have to have any, you know, any ability to go to Mars or whatever in order to get this, or you know, to get the seasonal triumphs. We're not locking it behind, you know, things you have to have paid money for in the past in order to get. So,
That makes sense.
so, but anyways, they tried to do that in the past by just combing through and taking away scores from triumphs that could no longer be earned, or that were just, you know, garbage. But it wasn't really a good method they mentioned. So they are making some changes in how they are doing triumphs. So they are reorganizing triumphs to make them more compatible with an evolving world. They are creating a career score, so that's your total triumph score. And that represents the totality of everything that you've done in the game. And then there's going to be your
Including
active
old
score.
things that don't exist anymore?
Correct.
Okay.
And then there's going to be your active score, which is for the things that can be done now. So obviously all of the triumphs for for Io and Mercury and Mars and Titan are going away. So you won't be able to earn those anymore. And so they're going to remove that score from your active score. Now the EDZ ones that you've already done and the Dreaming City ones that you've already done are still going to be part of your active score. But the things that you can't do still, things from season of the, you know, all the seasons except for the most recent one, the active current one, will be gone. But that score won't go completely away, it'll be just in your career score. They're also going to be focusing more on generic triumphs into a leaner lifetime set that just covers the basics of being a guardian. I think that refers to things like get 200 kills with X grenade, or I think that's just gonna be simplified down.
Okay.
And then the rest of the triumphs are going to be just organized around seasons and destinations. So we got a picture. Let me make a tally mark so I know to add this in. Of what the new seasons, or not seasons, triumphs tab looks like, which you'll notice metals, catalysts, and lore are being moved off to the right where stat trackers currently are. So there won't be any garbage for your tracked or your featured triumphs. Nobody's ever cared about that. I mean, the tracked one has been useful like once ever. But nobody cares about the featured triumph. It's
Yeah.
a waste of space.
I did the lost sector. I need to do the strike and scan traces.
Okay. It's Pyramidian.
Yeah.
In we go. But you'll notice that the rest of the things, there's seals still on at the bottom. But everything else has a destination image on it, although we're not sure what the top left one is. And then they're going to track the history of what you've done as legacy triumphs, which I think on the far left there's like the two symbols. I think the top one is the active page. The bottom one might be a legacy page. So Beyond Light will include a set of triumphs that target Europa. So all the triumphs will have score, and they include content on the destination. There's also going to be a set of triumphs that targets Season 12's content, and those triumphs will all have score, and those triumphs will stick around as long as the content does. As long as the seasonal content does, which since seasons are, the content is lasting all year. I think the triumphs will stick around for a year, and then they'll be moved to the legacy area.
I like the idea of having career which is lifelong, better than just getting rid of all the triumphs every season.
Yes.
But all that hard work you did doesn't matter.
Yeah. That's pretty garbo. So, this is a much better way of doing it.
We found a way in.
Keep us appraised of your progress, please. There's no way for us to know if you're busy fighting or if you've transcended this reality.
And then the lifetime set will be about teaching players all the things you can do in Destiny. So that's mostly going to target new players. So,
Hey team, there are taken here.
it'll be, you know, helping players explore the sandbox and game modes, and then as game modes grow, those might as well. Like if new systems are added. So you're going to be able to they're storing the completion state of every triumph you've finished, or not, even for triumphs not displayed, so that when content comes back, you'll be able to continue working on them.
That's good.
So for things that can still be earned after November 10th, the Luna, Dreaming City, Tangled Shore, EDZ, and Nessus triumphs are getting broken into their own destination sets, and they will continue to contribute, of course. Anything that's, you know, because they're kind of consolidating some things and you know, like moving things from one place to another. So they're going to be moving your progress and score for any of those things that get moved as well. So if there's, you know, if two triumphs are being combined and you're at 50% on both of them, then you'll probably still be at 50% in the one, or maybe they'll be nice and add them together and make it 100.
But they're not just gonna be like, no, this is a new triumph, so...
Yeah. So, also, a bunch of seals are no longer going to be earnable. So, it's easiest just to talk about the ones that are no longer going to be earnable. So, the Shadow title from last year will no longer be earnable. The Reckoner title, the Blacksmith title, interestingly enough, the Wayfarer title will no longer be earnable. Because that's one of the easiest ones to get, but it makes sense because...
You have to go to all places.
Yeah, half the places will no longer be in the game.
Can you make progress on it though?
I don't think so. Because I think all of the related triumphs are disappearing.
So I need to hurry and get it.
Yeah. The Chronicler one will also be disappearing, which there is some frustration regarding that, because in order to get that you have to do 15 3-week cycles in the Dreaming City.
Asher's studying data on your current position.
And there's not enough time in the rest of the year to do that.
Here.
So they didn't tell us early enough.
Yeah.
Is the frustration.
Especially since it's the problem. Our ally just killed me.
Impossible.
It's okay. This will allow me to talk. Yeah, it's really frustrating because the thing that's holding people back is a thing that's still going to be in the game once everything else gets removed.
Oh.
So, but since you can't get all of it, they don't want to, you know, it's simplest just to say, no, you can't get it anymore.
I really want to tell you that's exactly what we're looking at. But
yeah, that's annoying.
Guardian down.
And then, of course, Season 5 through Season 11 titles are going away. So, the ones that will still be earnable are the Crucible Unbroken one, the Gambit Dredgen one, Flawless, which is for Trials, Conqueror, which is for Grandmaster, Harbinger for Shadowkeep, the Garden of Salvation one, which is Enlightened, the Dreaming City Cursebreaker, and the Last Wish Ribbons Bane.
Got my traces.
That's good.
You should now be arriving
And then, of course, all of the ones coming new
Oh, not a
will
pit?
be in
What pit?
and
There's
earnable.
no pit in the Pyramidion.
Here we go.
I mean, yes. Silly me. Here's the lake now.
My projections show that you've reached the synthoneural terminus at the center of the lake.
Maybe the lake is a metaphor.
Summon the Genesis.
Here we go. Do you have
Destroy
a
it. Make
guillotine?
it suffer.
Yep.
And it is not
Cool.
a metaphor.
Go.
Yep. Well, not quite. Now, additionally, all lore will be viewable.
Even if it's
Well,
not-
all lore up through Season of Arrivals will be viewable. There we go.
Nice.
Got it for you.
Yes.
Now
I've
what?
dreamt of revenge since I woke in the hospital without my arm.
Unexpected guests, heroic. Complete the adventure. There it is. Gotta
Okay.
complete the adventure. Unexpected guests.
I'm taking this to orbit because we can't go straight to it because it's stupid. So yeah, all lore through Season of Arrivals will be available to all players. It will still show you how many you have earned though, but anyone can read it all. Okay, I'm gonna have to make you be in charge.
Aw.
Yeah. There, now you can click it. It's on the IO map. So it should be a little bit to the left of the Whisper Heroic. So I think it's a pretty good move, triumphs wise.
Sounds like a good thing.
We'll have to see what it actually feels like when we have it.
I'm a little annoyed that they're completely removing the ones you can't get instead of letting you make progress on them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, most of the ones they're removing because you can't make progress on them.
But you can
Guardian.
you could make progress on
My agents
Wayfarer, just
report
not
that
on
the
those
Taken are
specific
gathering at a
planets.
Cabal camp
Yeah.
near your
But
current
they're not
position,
letting you do that.
but we have no idea
Yeah.
why.
It's very difficult to design that system so that it's on some people's things but not others. And you really don't want to have it there for people
The
who
Taken are an
literally
army
can't
without
get
a
it.
commander, Asher.
But they'll be able to get it
If we
later.
leave them with a little peace and quiet. They might
I mean,
crown a new
we're
king.
assuming.
Do you think they're not going to bring the planets back?
It is hard to know for sure.
Because I thought they said they were going to bring them back.
They basically said they are, but it's as needed. Like, they're not gonna rush to bring them all back immediately. Here we go. Alright, and that was basically all of the news. They did a API update that supposedly makes it faster and better to pull weapons out of your vault using a secondary API.
It smells like ozone.
It
Portal
doesn't,
to the Ascendant Realm.
like, it worked for a day or two,
World
and
lies
then
beyond that veil.
it was garbage.
A new power must be seeking entrance into our world.
Everything has been suffering a lot, but it'll figure itself all out.
You should be able to directly manipulate Io's hyperparticle dimensions
So,
to collapse the portal.
last thing need to mention really before moving on to the next section is that if you are intending to
Now what?
work and get those seals, make sure that you earn the seal and equip the seal at least once.
Bring it where?
Back to the portal. This can't be your first time doing this quest.
Are you sure? There it is.
Shadows grow darker in the presence of light. Fight back, Guardian.
Alright, I'm gonna speedrun this for you.
Oh, I've done this before.
See? I knew you had.
Guardian down.
Well, I think I dropped the orb on the ground, so you can just...
Speedrunner strats right there. Not there. There's to go in.
It could be this one over here. Switch weapon.
Hurry. Whatever is on the other side of that veil has to know you're trying to seal it in.
Guardian down.
Well... rushing through did not work.
I'm sure we'll the second time though.
Agreed.
Guardian down.
Well... stupid captain killed me.
Guardian down.
Ow.
Did you run out of
Don't think so, because I didn't fall from far enough to kill me.
I'm just backtracking because it'll be faster to get down. There we go.
You got it.
Yep.
I guess you did because it
Ikora,
disappeared.
something's coming through.
Yep.
How deliciously unexpected.
Done.
The screaming thing from the abyss is dead.
That creature was the servant of some higher power.
Alright, so now you need to go talk to
Someone
Asher.
claimed Oryx's crown.
Yes, let's move on. Your intuitions were correct, mine were not, and the Guardian's prowess in battle was adequate.
You hear that? He said it was adequate.
I did hear that.
Oh. Take us out. Take us to orbit.
Oh. We can't just go there.
It doesn't usually let me.
That's annoying.
Uh-huh. I agree.
So, changing triumphs.
Yes.
Works.
Then we got an update. Supposedly they have fixed the issue that gives us a sneak peek into what Stasis feels like with Gambit.
Haven't played Gambit since the
Yeah,
LWAB,
me either.
so I don't know.
Well, the update was Tuesday, so. Come on.
I'm coming, it just doesn't load me in as
Are you satisfied by your quest for Ven?
I'm ready.
I just assumed you were knitting.
Stay on my account.
There was no knitting between finishing that adventure and loading into IO.
There was between, but it stopped before the actual loading in was completed.
I believe we go to Titan now after you talk to him.
Now!
It's like you saw the stream or something, where the
No,
quest was
it's-
up that said, talk to Sloan.
Nah. So if I remember correctly, our first step is actually to teleport over to the rig and go to the Solarium. Oh, no wait. No, the first step is for you to go in the methane flush, the lost sector. Right where we are. So, Gambit was fixed, supposedly. The Prophecy Dungeon was fixed so that it doesn't screw up as much.
That's good.
Yep. If you've ever gotten stuck in the hexahedron, supposedly they have fixed that up.
Nice to see you returning to a routine, Guardian.
Which I really wish they would make a
what
hexaflexagon
can I do
area.
Bye.
A hexaflexagon.
Yeah, hexaflexagons are way better.
If something happens in the reef, I
Methane
don't
flush,
want to lose
yep.
contact with Earth.
And Hive Knights.
Yeah. There's a Hive Knight.
Are you headed towards it?
I'm basically on top of it. Now I'm looking at the entrance from way off the side of the ship. Hey, thanks.
Well, I just got stomped, so.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. Over here. And then go in there.
In here.
Yep.
What's this one?
Indeed.
Guardian down.
It's not fair that they both stomp. The boss stomped, and then the ogre stomped. Yay. I just want to live and get the chest that should spawn. There we go, finally. Ouch. Okay. They also fixed the current Nightfall cheese, which was that if you had motes from the contact event and you carried them into the Nightfall, then enemies would ignore you completely.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds cool.
You just need to kill the knight and open the chest, right? It's the knight at the very end of this.
Oh, okay. Is the knight the boss?
No, the boss is this wizard that I'm sending towards you. But it is the knight that is named and giant. So it sure looks like a boss.
I was gonna say, I think it just killed me.
Probably.
This one? Are you sure it's not a boss?
Yep. I mean, it is technically a boss, but it is not the boss of the Lost Sector.
So the chest can open now?
If the wizard's dead.
Oh, I thought you said you were killing the wizard.
Oh no, I was sending the wizard your way.
Oh. Oh,
Here we go. No. I don't have anything solar. They're kind of bad. They're kind of awful.
They are.
Yeah. You can open the chest now. Did you think I said you were?
Yes. Well, there's luck. Is that gonna count?
I hope so.
Me too.
Why don't you check?
It does.
Okay. I assumed so, since you had done damage to it. They've mostly learned not to do things by killing blow only. Alright,
Except anything Crucible.
yeah. Well,
Solarium and
they still
Festering
suck at
Balls.
Crucible. Yep. So, fast travel to the rig and then follow moi. Then the update fixed a bunch of little things, like if you completed the Tommy's Matchbook Catalyst pursuit, it would re-award it to you from Banshee. Like Banshee would ask to give it to you again, and it would screw everything up. Fixed an issue where the cold denial ADS for the ornament looked like very different.
Is it this adventure? No.
No.
Where did you go? You jumped down here and you disappeared.
Go through the door.
There's a door.
Indeed. And then we do the strike. I mean, we don't actually do the strike. But
Seems
then
like
we
we're
do
doing
the strike. Yeah. We don't do the strike, but then we do the strike.
So we do the strike.
But not yet. Redrix's broadsword can now be reclaimed from collections. The sleeper node RNG fix finally happened. Ouch. So much for trying to res you.
Sorry, didn't know you were coming. You didn't say you were coming.
I'm assuming that counted.
I don't think so.
Probably just counts that you opened this chest.
Get tech collected from the solarium, 1 of 1. Now we need to go to festering something.
Halls. This way. My gun's all glowing and stuff.
Your gun is glowing?
Uh-huh.
How'd you do that?
I collected tin gathering light.
Ah.
It glows for each light you gather. They did some nice things, like you could pick up the ruinous effigy orbs even if you're you were in a roaming super, which of course would remove your roaming super. keep going. An interesting change is perks that provide ability energy after or on super activation. It's like Apotheosis Veil or Radiant Largesse or etc. Now activate after the super energy is consumed. Can't res.
Okay.
There we go. So I think you have to talk to Sloan now, maybe? Or do we just go straight into the strike?
Sabothine Song and Tech Fragments.
Yeah.
So now we do the strike.
Yep. Take us in. So apparently there was a glitch before where you could cancel your super during warm-up and still gain the ability energy. But now that no longer works. And apparently they made Jade Rabbit and Merciless work again.
Okay.
They finally intensified the glows for the ornaments on Solstice of Hero's Armor, which is good because they were kind of garbo before.
I didn't see them before.
Yeah.
Neither did anyone else.
That's pretty good. And then we're gonna run through this real quickly, and then we'll stop this.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, apparently we are joining one already in progress.
Is that gonna hurt?
Hopefully not.
I did not read how to collect the tech. I assume it's from killing things?
I think it's like maybe kill knights and wizards and stuff. Knights, wizards, and ogres.
Of course,
It's
it would
like-
be the big things.
Focus on those. I mean, I think as long as you damage it, you'll be fine. But there's a bunch in here, so make sure you spray. One to the left, one to the right, one in the middle.
Tagged everything. Got one.
Okay. Yeah. Should be two.
Yeah.
Should be three.
Open Vanguard archives on hive rituals. I'm getting a lot of hits about
Only two.
death experiments.
Okay.
I don't know what you're walking
Maybe
into, Caliban,
not
but keep your
ogres.
eyes up. I want to see you all alive at the end of this.
How many do you need to get?
No! Please! You already
25.
took my ghost! Please!
Okay.
I think alive is the bare minimum we should shoot for. Sloan? Are you there? That must be one of the missing guardians. Tracing his broadcast now.
You hear me? Caliban? Caliban, are you there? Sir, they're not responding.
Well, there's a wizard up here, and usually a knight too.
I don't
I'm right
understand.
Running as fast as I can.
That guardian should be right around
Yeah.
here.
I'm not actively hurting it yet.
That got me one.
That's void light in there. How?
And then you said a knight.
Yeah, it's spawning right now. Yep.
All channels. This is a search and rescue team. Is
Yep.
anyone listening? Anyone?
Well, when we drop down here, you'll get a chance to actually look and see for sure what you need.
What is this? It's some kind of summoning seal. There's a network of magic running deep into the arcology.
Type
Powered
ogres,
by
wizards, and
void
knights.
light. They're using void light.
That's what I
to
said,
summon
but-
something down there.
But it didn't count the other one. I definitely more than tagged
Anyone
it.
there?
Yeah.
I just heard somebody. Commander Zavala, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Thanks, the Traveler. I can barely hear you. Let me get to a better position.
I'm assuming you tagged this night.
These are fueling
Yeah,
that summoning
yes.
ritual.
Six guardians killed.
It really should count.
It really should. See, this... There's so much wrong with this, strike. Alright, there's usually at least one ogre here. Yep, there's an ogre.
Tagged.
There is usually some knights up above it. There's a knight right here.
Echo 3 here. Unknown fire team. Do you copy?
We copy. Are there others with you?
No.
Okay.
Just us down here.
Should be good then.
I'm at 7 of 25.
Yeah, there's a bunch up here. I don't know that you'll get anything for this ogre because it's...
Big.
Yeah, the same as the one last. Hopefully you got stuff for that.
Got something, so I wasn't keeping count of what we killed. I'm at 11 of 25.
Okay.
We came down here as a
Oops,
squad
must
of
have
9.
killed them.
Got picked off one by one. Watched
They were
a
some
wizard
wizards.
rip the light out of my best
I
friend
got one of the wizards.
and funnel it into some
Oh,
kind
okay.
of crystal.
Super.
They're harvesting guardians.
They're harvesting guardians.
These are all guardians.
They don't count as guardian kills.
Alright, there's two wizards right out here. What?
There. Got it.
Coming with the void charge. There will be lots of things here. There's a knight.
There it is.
This one right here, right beside you, underneath you. Behind you, up on the ledge. You were jumping at the time. Trying to look out for you.
Yep, thanks.
Guardian down.
Worth it.
We've been able to use the void light against the hive twice now.
Alright.
Really?
And...
Then my friends didn't die for nothing.
Yep. Two more wizards.
Echo, we're coming to you.
No! Don't come down here!
One more wizard.
We can still stop this. We just need to use crystals to short out the summoning ritual.
That'd be a great plan. If there were any powered crystals
There's
in
not
there.
a whole lot left in
Never
here,
mind. We're going with that
No.
plan.
I need
But
7
you said there
more.
aren't any crystals.
Not yet.
though. Did that count?
Yep.
She sacrificed herself. This ends here.
Doesn't a knight spawn like up the hill or something?
Over here. They all spawn over here. There's one you didn't get to tag, and then there's one directly underneath him. But Moops killed them both.
I got 2 tech frames.
Okay.
I'm at 21.
Well, if we don't insta-nuke things, then you might get a chance. Why have you not closed your eye yet? There you go. And here's your chance. 2 ogres.
Right, so that's 2. I need 2 more.
And there's your chance. Right here.
Here's our chance.
Here's our
I
chance.
hear you, but I don't see them.
There's a wizard right there. Alright, now get this one.
Tagged it.
Okay. You just gotta kill it. Be careful because he will swiftly end this.
Oh, that's fine. Looks like I got it though. Yep, 25 tech fragments.
That's good.
I don't believe it. Keep trying.
Taliban in the blind. Do you copy?
Yes, we're here. We took care of the hive. But those fire teams aren't coming home.
I see. We will honor those who fell today. Make your way topside. You've done well.
There you go.
Yay! Speak with Sloan.
And then speak to Zavala.
Really? It's over?
No, that's half. That's the halfway marker. And then we go to Mercury.
It's a similar pattern to the last quest, just longer.
So I don't know if you noticed, but Asher chose not to evacuate.
I did not notice. I didn't read through the actual things. I was trying
Oh.
to get it done.
You can read through this one if you want to. And we're gonna definitely read through the Vance one.
Yeah.
She's not evacuating either.
Nope. So Asher doesn't want them to get any more knowledge of the Vex, so he will be going into the Pyramidion. And he
Good
will
luck.
stand on the shores of the lake, which he lost his arm,
Shore up our comm
and
towers.
wait for
If
the
something
darkness to
happens
come
in
to
the
him.
loop, I don't want to lose
Ugh.
contact with Earth.
And then he will fight it.
Alright.
And Sloane is going to go deep into the
Go
arcology.
get some Golden Age tech.
Yeah. And wait for the darkness to come to her. And then she gonna whoop ass. She gonna whoop ass.
That's the plan.